What? Hey world, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. If you're new around here, I would love it if you press subscribe, and if you're not, how are you doing? How have you been? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so in today's video, I want to do something really exciting. It's something that I've actually wanted to do for about a year. I finally got around to doing it, and it is one of these. You probably can't see it, but let me just do this. It is an Ancestry DNA kit. Now I know there's a few other options that you can do, a few other companies that do them, but I went with Ancestry.com. Basically, for those of you that don't know what it is, you send off your DNA to Ancestry and they match it to locals from all over the world who have like the purest form of that DNA. So basically it'll come back and it'll tell you exactly what your DNA is made up of geographically, so whereabouts in the world has your DNA come from. I'm so excited to do it. It's something that I've wanted to do for so long, and I just find it so intriguing because I love the thought and like the process of thinking like, what is it to be British? Is it a feeling that you have? Is it genetics? What is it that makes up your identity? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send off the DNA now. Today is the 20th of January 2018, and I will come back once I have the result. But before I go, what I want to do is I want to make some predictions. I think the majority is going to be British, and also I think there's going to be a lot of Irish in there as well, because my surname is Gallagher or Gallagher if you're Irish, and from what I know, a lot of my family came over from Ireland, and yeah, so I think there'll be British and Irish in there. The rest of it, I've really got no idea at all, and I just think there's got to be something more than British and Irish for somebody to travel around the world and feel connections to all these different places that I've been to. There's got to be something else in there. It can't just be British and Irish, and I can't wait to find out. I think it usually takes anything between 6 and 9 weeks for it to come back, so it might be quite a wait, but I'm really excited to get it done and find out exactly where I've come from. What is my DNA made up of? What I have to basically do is spit into here. Sample is filled. Remove the funnel. Yeah. Place the funnel with the cap method screw on the enclosed cap tightly. So I'm going to get the DNA sample sent off, and I will see you in, I don't know, 6 to 9 weeks. I have just had the notification to say that the DNA results have come back, and I'm just so excited to find out and like look at them and see what exactly it says. So let's go. I don't want to look. I do want to look. So exciting. What? Okay, so what it says is, wow, oh my god. Okay, so Great Britain, 36%, kind of thought that would be a major factor. Europe West is primarily Belgium, France, Germany, Netherlands, Switzerland, Luxembourg and Liechtenstein, and that is 34%. Ireland, Scotland and Wales, 23%. Scandinavia, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, 4%. Europe South, less than 1%. Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain and Portugal, less than 1%. And then Caucasus, which is mostly Muslim, Georgia, Armenia. So like Turkey and all those places, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Armenia, Georgia, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan and Israel. What? Yeah, it's less than 1%, but still, what's that? I knew there would be Irish and British in there. I just knew there would, because British, yeah. Irish, like my brother's done the family tree, so a lot of my family I know are Irish. So to have these results and to think about it and be like, what the heck? I literally don't know what to think about it or say. That is insane. It completely changes the way that you ever even think. Like, I am genuinely speechless. Like, I literally I really don't know what to say or how to interpret this, and it's not so much a big shock that there's a lot of British and Irish and Scottish in there. That's not what the shock is, but what the shock is like trying to process the information and why it could reflect that. So I think I'm going to pick this up tomorrow morning once I've slept on it and I've done a bit of research, but yeah. Alright, so it is a few days later and I really just needed to take some time to find out really how to interpret the results and to investigate a little bit more, because one of the main shocks to come from the DNA test was the fact that the Europe West was a lot higher than I even considered. I didn't even think it would be in there. It wasn't something that I considered. So to have that in there as 34% and then have the Irish a lot lower than I thought it was going to be, it really threw us off because it just came like a curveball. Like, I just really didn't know where it had come from, because my brother's done the family tree and he's gone quite far back, and as far as I'm aware there is no Europe West in there, so there's no French or German or anything like that. So it's really thrown us, and it still has, and I've asked around and I've sort of had these discussions and I just don't know like officially where it could come from. The only thing that we have got is we have had like family tales of generations back, my family being descended from gypsies, so whether they be Irish travellers or Romany gypsies, so potentially that could account for where part of that has come from. And as well, when we start thinking about Caucasus and Europe South and the Iberian Peninsula as well, potentially that is where that influence has come in there as well. But it's just been such an eye-opener doing it, because it's really challenged these ideas and these thoughts around what you've got about who you are and where you come from and what makes up who you are and where you've come from, I suppose, because I've always felt very, very Irish, and I don't know whether that's come from the fact with my surname being an Irish surname, or my brother having done the family tree and seen that a lot of our family have come from Ireland, to then where when we have big family parties we always have the Irish music on and we got all that sort of stuff going. So to then have that realization that, whoa, actually scientifically I'm not as Irish as I think I am, it was a bit of a what. Having said that, it's really interesting, and it really has challenged those ideas around what it is to be British and what it is to be who you are, I guess, and what makes who you are and who do you think you are, because you're probably not who you think you are. So it is really interesting, and I've really enjoyed the whole process of doing this and seeing the results, and I can't wait to delve in further and find out who I am and where I've come from. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a massive thumbs up. If you've done one of these DNA tests as well, please let me know in the comments below, because I would love to hear your story and find out what your results are and if there was any shocks in it for you. And I will see you guys in the next video, so take care and peace out. Peace.